Hello friends and welcome to my new series about web automation using Selenium. So guys, what is web automation? According to me, what web automation is a use of software or a robot to perform tasks on a web browser. These tasks can include clicking links like this and filling forms if you go to, for example, Skyscanner. You can also navigate to You can also navigate to links that the way I did just right now. You can also extract information. For example, if you go to news, Google News. So basically, with web automation, you'll be able to visit a particular page at certain interval of time, and you can fetch all the news. Like this is one of the use cases, and you can extrapolate it to your own use cases. So in real life, what we can do with web automation is things like web scraping or data extraction, which allows data to be extracted from websites and saved in a structured format. And this structured format can later be used to do data analysis or train a ML model. Another example is web testing. Like you created your web application and you want to automate the testing to not depend on too much manual labor, then this is one of the things you can do. Another example is web monitoring, just like as I showed you here. Like you can monitor a particular page or something, and you can create interesting applications around that. We have already talked about web automation, so let's talk about Selenium. So Selenium is a popular open source web automation tool originally written by someone known as Jason Huggins. It was originally written in JavaScript in 2004 to automate interaction in browsers. Later, it was acquired by ThoughtWorks in 2006 and support for languages like Java, Ruby, Python were added. Around the same time, support for WebDrivers were also introduced, and in 2011, WebDriver became the core component of Selenium. So earlier, Selenium used to run on a you know remote server, and whenever someone wanted to test their website, they used to create a job and they sent it to that server. But with WebDriver, what you can do is you can launch your local browser to test. So that was one of the things which WebDriver introduced to us. But before we actually run into Selenium, let's talk about why is it so popular and why not other softwares. One of the things which first comes into mind is it is cross browser, so you can test on multiple browsers. It's a use case for testing, but basically you can use it with any browser like Chrome, Firefox, Safari, Edge. After that, secondly, we have support for multiple languages. So we have you can write your test and automation in JavaScript, Python, C, Ruby, or C Sharp. One of the main benefits is it is open source and it has an active community. What it can mean to us is it has a lot of support already. You can interact with the community. Next thing is it is plus platform independent, not to mention like everything nowadays are platform independent. So we can run Selenium on Windows, Mac OS and Linux. So right now I am using Linux. You can also make Selenium part of your CI/CD pipeline. That is one thing you can do. We can also extend the Selenium package. We can shape it into our own use case, we can say simply. Not to mention it has a lot of documentation. Now let's jump to what component Selenium has. Selenium has one this component which is called WebDriver, and what it basically does is it allows you to use any browser and any language. So Selenium has an API for WebDriver which facilitates that actually. So you can take it like this. So you browse a website, you go here and there and click something. So With Selenium, you won't be doing that by your hand. So what WebDriver provides is you can basically use a locator like you did in JavaScript, get element by ID or class name or something. So you can get elements like this, and you can, yeah, handle pop-ups, perform drag and drop, things like that without manually doing it. You can also execute JavaScript code if you have to on a particular page. What other thing WebDriver does, it can wait for a certain time. Like you opened a website and you have to click a link, but that link doesn't come, it doesn't come after like before a certain period of time, so you can wait implicitly or explicitly there. WebDriver also has something called page object model. Like it is mostly like a document object model. Yeah, it helps in programming. So this was all about this video. If you are new to this channel, please subscribe to Full Stack with Santosh, and if you like this video, give a thumbs up. See you in the next video where we configure our environment for testing it. So let me give you a glimpse. So we can use any language. So for now we are using Python. So we can use it in JavaScript or something, but we will be using Python in this series. Thank you.